If you want to know how regular people are saving thousands of dollars on appliances every year, do not ask the appliance store manager. Ask the consumers who have figured out the loophole that manufacturers desperately want to keep quiet. These people have spent years studying fine print, comparing part numbers, and discovering something shocking. The appliance industry has a massive structural vulnerability. It is not a design flaw. It is a legal loophole that manufacturers never expected consumers to understand. Today, I am walking you through exactly how this works, why major brands are terrified of it, and how you can weaponize this information. The secret that destroys the pricing structure. Here is what most consumers do not understand. Whirlpool Corporation does not just own Whirlpool. They own Maytag. They own KitchenAid. They own Amana. These are not separate competitors. They are subsidiaries of the same parent corporation. LG owns multiple brands. Samsung owns brands you have never heard of. GE Appliances is owned by Chinese conglomerate Haier. The consolidation is complete. When you think you are shopping among competitors, you are actually choosing between different marketing strategies for identical machines manufactured in the same factories using the same components. So here is where the loophole begins. These manufacturers create different product lines for different retail channels. They make machines specifically for Best Buy. They make different versions exclusively for Lowe's. They create special models only for Costco. They manufacture stripped-down versions for discount retailers. And here is the critical part that manufacturers do not want you to know. These different versions often contain identical internal components but are priced completely differently. A Maytag washing machine sold at Costco might be functionally identical to a Whirlpool machine sold at Best Buy, but one costs $600 and the other costs $1,200. Same internals, same durability, same lifespan. Completely different prices. This is not coincidence. This is deliberate strategy. Why manufacturers create this chaos? Why would a company deliberately create products that are functionally identical but priced differently? The answer is that they want to prevent price comparison shopping. If every retailer sold identical machines at identical prices, customers would simply purchase from whoever had the lowest cost. That creates real competition. Real competition drives prices down. Manufacturers hate that. So instead, they create exclusive product lines for each retail channel. They give each line a different model number. They change the color slightly. They add or remove one minor feature that does not affect actual performance. Now, when you compare prices, you think you are comparing different products, but here is where smart Americans are beating the system. Some consumers have figured out how to decode the manufacturer's strategy. They have learned to read past the marketing. They understand actual component-level specifications. They know which seemingly different models are actually manufactured identically. The decoded loophole, finding identical machines at different prices. Let us talk about a specific example. Whirlpool sells a top-load washing machine called the WTW 5090HW at Best Buy for $899. Machine is sold at Lowe's under the Maytag brand for $699. Identical internal components, identical motor, identical transmission, identical lifespan, identical reliability. Different price by $200. How is this possible? Because Lowe's negotiated an exclusive product line deal with Whirlpool. Best Buy negotiated a separate deal. Smart consumers are now running a simple process. They go to the manufacturer's website. They search for specification sheets. They compare the internal component lists. They identify machines that share identical part numbers for critical components. They then search for these machines across multiple retailers. They find the lowest priced version of the functionally identical machine. They purchase that version. One consumer in Ohio was shopping for a refrigerator. She found one at Best Buy for $2,100. She checked the specification sheet. She identified that this refrigerator shared identical internal components with 5 other models sold under different brands at different retailers. She searched across Best Buy, Lowe's, Home Depot, Costco, and Sears. She found the lowest price was a Maytag version at Sears for $1,400. She purchased that version instead. she saved $700 on a functionally identical refrigerator. The Costco advantage there is another dimension to this loophole. Costco has unique negotiating power with manufacturers. Costco sells enormous volumes. Costco demands exclusive product lines. Costco demands aggressive pricing. Because of this bargaining power, Costco frequently carries appliances priced 20 to 30% lower than identical machines at other retailers. These machines are not inferior. They are not cheaper versions. They are identical products sold through an exclusive channel. The catch is that Costco membership costs money. A Gold Star membership is $60 annually. But here is the mathematics. If you purchase even one major appliance per year at Costco pricing, the membership fee pays for itself instantly. You save $200 to $400 on that single purchase. The membership is essentially free if you buy just one appliance annually. The brand loophole inside the loophole. Since all these brands are owned by the same parent corporations, reliability and lifespan are actually identical across the entire portfolio. A Whirlpool washing machine has the same internal components as a Maytag because they are manufactured by Whirlpool. A GE refrigerator has the same reliability as a Hotpoint because they are both owned by higher. This means brand loyalty becomes irrelevant. You are not choosing between fundamentally different companies. You are choosing between marketing strategies and retail channel exclusivity. Smart consumers have weaponized this knowledge. They no longer care about brand names. They care about finding the lowest price on machines that share identical internal specifications. The warranty loophole. Here is something else. Manufacturers do not advertise. When you purchase a Whirlpool machine at Best Buy, you might receive a 5-year warranty. When you purchased an identical Maytag machine at Lowe's, you might receive only a 3-year warranty, but the manufacturer's internal warranty is actually identical. The difference is simply a retailer marketing decision. The machine itself will fail at the same rate, regardless of which retailer logo you see on the box. This means extended warranty purchases become largely irrelevant. If you understand that internal components are identical, you understand that the machine will fail at predictable intervals. Rather than paying $200 for an extended warranty, smart consumers simply budget for repair costs when they happen. What manufacturers are doing to stop this? The appliance industry is actively trying to close this loophole. They are creating models specifically designed to be unique to single retailers. They are adjusting internal components slightly so different versions are no longer identical. They are fragmenting product lines into so many variants that consumers cannot easily compare them, but they cannot completely stop this. The fundamental economics remain unchanged. As long as manufacturers own multiple brands and manufacture multiple versions for different retailers, the loophole remains. How to exploit this right now? If you want to save thousands of dollars on appliances, here is the process. First, identify the appliance you need. Second, go to the manufacturer's website and find detailed specification sheets. Third, identify the part numbers for critical internal components. Fourth, search for other models that share those identical part numbers. Fifth, price all versions you find across different retailers. Sixth, purchase the lowest priced version. This requires approximately 1 hour of research per appliance. For a $1,000 savings that is effectively earning $1,000 per hour for research time, it is worth doing. The final truth. If major appliance manufacturers can manufacture identical machines for different retailers at vastly different prices, what does that tell you about their actual production costs? If they can sell a washing machine at Costco for $699 and make a profit, then sell an identical machine at Best Buy for $899, where does that extra $200 come from? It goes to marketing budgets. It goes to brand development. It goes to executive bonuses. It does not go to better quality. It does not go to longer durability. It simply pads corporate profit margins. Smart Americans are recognizing this. They are refusing to subsidize marketing departments. They are purchasing the lowest priced version of functionally identical machines. They are closing the gap between what corporations want to extract and what they are actually willing to pay. The appliance monopoly is vulnerable because it built its pricing strategy on information asymmetry. Once you understand that they are actually identical machines packaged differently, the power structure collapses. If you made it this far, subscribe to this channel. Every week, I expose the pricing structures hidden inside the products you think you understand.